Growing up poor in Rennes, Georgia was hard. There were nights that I would just cry myself to sleep. Don't rightly know why. Perhaps it was because of the way black folk had to live, or perhaps the sadness of my ancestors before me had enraptured my soul. Sometimes I'd cry for no reason at all. My mama said I had what they called the blues. She said no matter what, people like me would never be happy. I wanted mama to be wrong. I wanted to be happy. So when I got old enough, I got on the first bus out of Georgia. Got to Ohio, and the scenery had changed. No more juniper trees. But that dark cloud had followed me. It was like a chain that held down my soul. And no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't break free. Oh, and I tried. I got married and we had some children, and we raised them the best we could. But there were days that I couldn't even get out of bed because the pain was too hard to bear. I wanted to be a good mama. My children grew to understand that those was mama's not so spry days. To my son, I passed on my looks. Lord, I declare he's the spitting image of me. To my oldest daughter, I passed on my style, my gift for song. But to my baby girl, without fault, without trying, Lord Jesus, forgive me, because I passed on my pain, that dark cloud, and the pain was too hard to bear.
I loved Mother, and I knew that she did the best that she could, but it wasn't enough. It was hard watching her on those sad, dark days. We wanted so much for her to be there for us, but she wouldn't. She couldn't. I refused to be like her. I refused to let that dark cloud hang over me. But when life started to get tough, I'd smile in public. Then I'd cry myself to sleep. But my tears didn't wash away my pain. Just left stains. When I looked into the mirror, I saw my mother's eyes. I wanted so desperately to be that strong black woman. But I was my mother's child. Fashion fair and Louis Vuitton clubs, sororities. I tried. I used these things to hide my pain. I tried. I went to church. I participated in ministries, but I couldn't let go of the pain. It was like the pain. It made me who I was. It's the pain. It was my connection to my mother. I had children. And to my son, I gave him my strong hands. Yet to my daughter, without even trying, gave her my pain. And the pain
was too hard to bear. I hated my mom. I hated her because to the outside world, she would smile and laugh. But at home, when she wasn't in her room, she just walked around with this sad, cold look in her eyes. It was like the energy she used for them was gone by the time she got to me. I wanted to be happy. But if happy was pretending to be something that I wasn't, then forget it. I refused to be like her. She would put on this bright lipstick to highlight that fake smile of hers. And everyone would smile back. I would cut myself to show the world my pain. And no one paid attention. When I look in the mirror, I see a person with no life, no purpose. With each cut, I'd watch the blood trickle down my arm. That was my proof that I was alive, that I was living. I felt dead inside. Yet, it doesn't matter how I feel about my mother. It doesn't matter how many nights I prayed to God that I wouldn't be like her. I am my mother's child. And now that I have a child of my own, I look at her and I wonder, I want her to have my long fingers, my soft hair. Oh God, but what about my pain? Oh God, what about my pain?